Hey, I'm Ross Larwood. I've been going to the Grove Church since my second Sunday of being a college student at the U of A. For me, I think the kind of one of the biggest ways that giving has impacted myself and my family is really through the aspect of the spiritual discipline that it is, and it being an avenue for me to grow closer to God.
My name is Scott Sutton. I'm an elder here at the Grove. For my family, giving has been a big part of how we think about not just our financial resources, but just all the ways that we honor God in our lives. That we want to think about giving God our best, our first, and not have him be an afterthought in our lives. And so finances is it's a posture that we take that with our finances, that's a relatively easy thing to give the first of, just because it's numbers. We get paychecks on a regular basis, and so for us, the act of giving has just been an act of just worshiping and remembering that God gets our first and our best.
The world, such that it is, tries to pull our attention in lots of different ways. You know, it takes an act of deliberate resistance against kind of the pulls of what society would have for us. We're making an intentional statement that says, no, God, this is yours. It's been really sweet to see the way that the Lord has moved through that.
In Jesus' day, people came alongside him and supported and provided for his needs. The women who were part of Jesus' ministry, a lot of them would help give to support, to fund, to allow the work they were doing to multiply. And then even after Jesus' resurrection, as Paul's going out to the world, throughout his letters, he's talking about thank you for your gifts. If you can spare more, this would help us do so much more. This would help me get to Spain. This would help me reach this group. And so we just see this model from start to finish in the Bible of how resources that people have being shared with people who are doing various work helps to expand God's kingdom. And so when we think about investing our money, it's more into this investment in the bigger picture of what God's doing today in this world and just throughout time.
You know, it's never comfortable the first time to think that our income could be 10% higher is like, wow, that's kind of a crazy thought. But the Lord meets you in that, and when you take that step, He's answered it every time.
So when we give to the Grove, we know that we are giving not only to the obvious things like staff, keeping the lights on Sundays, the rent for the building, air conditioning, just the very tactical, basic, functional things. But also we're giving to the ministries that we do, the work of the church within the walls of our church. And one of the things I love about the Grove is we're also giving to work that happens outside the walls of our church. So the work that's being done in our community, this posture that we have of when someone comes to us with a need, how do we say yes? Or how do we help direct them to resources? And how do we even go beyond the Fayetteville and Northwest Arkansas community to giving to missionaries who are around the world, people who are doing work that depend on resources so they can focus on their calling full time. And so I love that when we give to the Grove, a little bit's going to all of that, and it's serving a much bigger purpose than what's just right here in front of us.